Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the second-ranked team of the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job on the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his tight end. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on third down.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Looking to the big tight end. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
They'll start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Johnson. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll give it to Johnson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You've got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
The Cornhuskers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Buys a little time with his feet. On the move, he fires. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Pittman. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Making side adjustments here. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it as a plus 42. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the...
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Now he's going to break the pocket. Sails one into the middle. And it's caught inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Red pass, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The offense changing the play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down.
Touchdown Seminoles! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll bring it out. It's Barney. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
I think the quarterback at this point just needs to settle down. We saw the interception earlier in the game, and all of a sudden on that throw, just really bad fundamentals. The quarterback just needs to settle himself, get himself into a rhythm, trust his fundamentals, because that's going to help his accuracy.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. It's caught downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up-tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Wants to throw again. Going over the top. Got it in stride inside the 20. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive. Well, defense wasn't fooled on that pass play. Great job by the defender knocking it away.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Running to the left. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
The defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Powers forward. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Slams it ahead. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. So the offense will try to punch it in here on fourth and goal from the 1. Trying to barge their way in. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? To the air, it's Castellanos. Grabbed over the middle, it's White. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking downfield on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Barney. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. going right to work up top. Finds the tight end. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And the Huskers will hustle to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Back to throw, it's Raiola. Looking left. Complete downfield. It's a seam wide open. Turning on the Jets. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there. A difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? A quick timeout called by the kicking team here.
Timeout, Nebraska.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up. It's a running room. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Robinson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Castellanos. Got it in the middle, it's White. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. Going up top again. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He might want another play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's loose. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You've got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, but then you've got to slow yourself down under control. It's making it way too easy on this QB to know, hey, when these guys get upfield too much and there's a lane, I'm taking off. It's just too easy for me with my speed.
Here comes the option. The pitch. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. And that one will give him the lead.
I think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it. He can do the rest. Takes it to the house for 6.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Barney. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Takes the easy completion. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quick completion to the right. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Sends it back in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. The throw. Pulls it in. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of 1st downs, and here they come again. The handoff to Johnson. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
The Huskers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Pressure coming. It's complete to the right. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
The Cornhuskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense getting set for 1st down.
Football 7. Football 3. 22.
Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Steps away. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
The short hands. It's Johnson. Oh, out of space.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Huskers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
He'll pull it on the read. Fighting off the defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Seminoles will try to run out the clock in the final minute. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Black Shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive.
The number one goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had zero impact in this game.
The Seminoles decide to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Takes a hit as he fires. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. In the postgame, if you start asking about the offensive struggles, the coach is probably going to say, let me tell you something, Mr. Television Announcer. They don't ask me how I won. They ask me if I won.
That is all that matters, Mr. Television Announcer, but I think you'd want to play better on offense. You'd want to score more points, but Reese, Jesse, I want to learn as I win. I don't want to learn as I lose.
Because in today's era of modern college football, with all these spread offenses and up-tempo,
Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking for space. It's Frazier. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Harbor. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback and you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what do you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family is doing.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
You know, when you go down personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field. Touchdown, Georgia! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last two plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. With the catch, it's Harvard. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Wants to go up top, buying some time as he moves left. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Give to the back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's a heat. Get it out on the screen. Nice move to keep running. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. The Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. It's third and goal and third and long. To the air, it's Sellers. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
A long way to go on 4th and goal.
Here we go.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one.
Let's go.
From the gun. He wants it all. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Branch. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Rush is on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Georgia going up tempo. Looking to throw at Stockton. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snagged in the middle. It's Bell. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Branch. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Throws toward the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing on the hands.
Trying to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. They get to him as he throws.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smart points because he's doing the double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast.
Looking for a deep man. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And they'll knock him down in the backfield for a loss of yardage.
7, South Carolina, 0.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harbor. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. That's caught. It's Harbor. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. That big pickup on one they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Can't make the connection to pressure there. Caused the missed timing.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Wants to keep it in the air. Throws for the tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Dingle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Skips away from pressure. Escapes the sack. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along.
Looking for the end zone. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss. 4th and 1. South Carolina, 0. 7, 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 South Carolina, 0
An unfortunate...